I'm a guitarist and I need money. You know, if you're decent at your instrument and you might be able to take some requests, why not try busking? You can just go out and play. Busking has been around since the dawn of time and it's future-proof. AI isn't gonna sit on the 3rd Street Promenade and play WAP for a couple flying in from Springfield, Missouri. So let's get started. Gear lists can go on forever, so I'm gonna show you the essentials, everything you need, and what I use and recommend to make this happen. We're gonna go through some stress tests to make sure that this gear can handle the rigors of the road. The last thing you need is some piece of cheap gear breaking down when you need it most. This guide is brought to you by Gator. I've used a bunch of gear from Gator Frameworks in the past, and they were so kind to lend me a bunch of stuff to help complete my list. Let's get this all set up. All right, so we're in the garage now. As you can see, we've got some gear. So we're gonna need some speakers, some stands, and all-terrain utility vehicle, mixer, of course, our guitar, clip for a phone or a tablet, mic stand, speaker stands, all this sort of stuff. We're gonna turn all that into a functioning, lightweight, portable workstation for playing some gigs. Do you have a knife or keys or something? Boy, come out, boy. All right, we got the adjustable clamping tray for tablet devices. So this is gonna come in huge, especially when you're taking requests for a song that maybe you've heard, but you don't know all the lyrics to. So this is gonna come in clutch. I never play a gig without having some way to read lyrics. Yeah, this feels pretty hefty, TBH. Whoa! Durability test number 1, ball unscathed. That sounds like a Manscaped commercial. So this is cool. This is a start, there's one. I can already tell this one's gonna be good because it says hot. So this is a multi-guitar stand. What I like about this is that for a 3-guitar stand, this is about half the price of any other 3-guitar stand currently on the market. Sure, you can go on Temu and get one made out of Play-Doh, but that is not typically how I operate. Dude, hell yeah. Dude, this actually is fucking awesome. That's a heavy guitar too. It's heavy and it's really expensive. So lifting the stand with this guitar on it is actually very, very frightening. Yeah, this won't fall over. Stress test passed. Okay, now we're opening the boom mic stand. This is the deluxe tripod stand with telescoping boom. That means you can see all the way to Jupiter with it. Ooh, it's got one of these guys. It's got the gripper. We love that. Get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Check, check, check. Okay, so if I were to gallop about vigorously, which is about this for a busk, would this mic stand be knocked over? And the answer is no. It is really lightweight, which is nice. Easy to move, easy to hit the garage door opener. I give this one 2 thumbs up. Let's keep moving. I'm walking you guys through my actual busking acoustic gig setup. I do use the Audix OM7, like I said, because it has a really tight polar pattern, so it doesn't pick up stuff around me. But an SM58 is totally fine. An SM48 is totally fine. Any kind of dynamic microphone that you can find will work totally fine, so don't feel like you have to break the bank. I use the Mono acoustic bag. They have a rubber boot on here. It's great, and it's got a big old pocket here and a pocket here, and it has 3 D-rings, which holds their tick accessory, which you can put a pedal board in, a bunch of cables. This is a great all-in-one solution. It works like a backpack too. For my acoustic processing, I use the Headrush gig board. The looper on this one is awesome. It is such an easy to use loop station. This is definitely not something that you need to get started. You don't need any kind of looper at all. This is just what I have because I had it for electric guitar and then I used it for acoustic, but I would recommend some kind of looper. You could even go as basic as like a TC Electronics Ditto, which you could probably find used for about $60 or less. I think it's awesome to be able to loop and play leads. It certainly adds to the one-man band. Speaking of the one-man band is the Foot Tambourine. I know this is probably goofy, but I swear it actually adds to the production value of the show so much. And you just use it like a snare drum. This is like $10 or $15, Latin Percussion. I really honestly recommend this. It's totally not dumb. It's like the best $15 you can ever spend for an acoustic gig. Next thing, very important, you're gonna need a mixer. So I use the Behringer Xenyx. It has one, count them, a whopping 1 XLR inputs. You can plug your guitar 1/4 inch to one of these other ones. And then you go out from a 1/4 inch to your speaker. And that's really all you need. It doesn't have to be super fancy. We're just playing the guitar and singing. The effects are gonna come from whatever our guitar processor is. Like I said, I use the Headrush. And then I use this TC Helicon. This is a harmonizer that takes your voice and takes your input from your guitar or keyboard and will create harmonies based off what you're playing. So if you play a G major chord and you sing a note, it'll take your voice and take that guitar input and create harmonies in key based off what you're playing. It also has like reverb, slapback echo, and some tone stuff, which is just like EQ and compression. I'd also like to mention my tuner of choice. This is the Korg Sledgehammer. Do they still make this? I don't know, but it is my favorite tuner, especially for acoustic outdoor gigs, because you can read it in the sun. You can't say that about everything. Of course, we're gonna need a speaker. So typically when I'm doing acoustic gigs or busking, I just bring one 10-inch speaker. We don't need to be pushing a lot of air and we don't need to be crazy loud. One really great thing, especially for busking, is the new Mackie ShowBox, which is an all-in-one portable whole system that is like rechargeable. You don't have to plug it in at all. If that is out of your budget, you can do a 10-inch speaker from a company like Alto that starts at $150, or a brand that I love and my band uses their speakers like Turbo Sound, which starts at around $350. You can find them used for a lot less than that, but Turbo Sounds are super reliable and they sound great. For a portable battery, I like the Marbero M823. It can power stuff up to 300 watts for a lot of hours. So that's if you're not anywhere near an outlet. And also it'll charge your phones and tablets while you're doing it. So that's pretty cool. They've been very reliable, so I like them. So to me, as somebody who gigs a lot, a utility cart is worth its weight in gold. It just makes everything so much easier. I've had a couple different utility carts from other brands in the past. Some are good, some literally have broken within a week. So I'm really stoked to see how this one works out. This is the all-terrain version. So that means it's like really, really good. Whoa. Okay, dang. This is a seriously heavy duty wheel. Like this?
Yeah, or like towards the outside.
I hate this. I don't feel good at all anymore. This actually was a lot easier to put together than the one from that other brand that I won't talk about. Dude, so far this has been the best one. We have 8 configurations for this thing, which is sick. It can hold up to 500 pounds. This is the compact normal view, but all we have to do is loosen this and pull. Sick. We got a nice stand bag here. Honestly, it's really frustrating when you have a bunch of speakers and you have like 1 or 2 mic stands on top of that, and then they fall off. That's a huge pain. So there you go, Gator bag, put your mic stands in it. So for most busking situations, you're gonna need a sub. No, we're stress testing this cart. We're gonna see how much we can really put on here. Oh yeah. Lift from your back, not from your legs. Let's see. Pushing like this. Dude, this is pretty swagged. Yeah, this is way more stuff than I would need. This is kind of like almost a PA system for a whole band, but it is a good stress test for this Gator all-terrain cart. And this thing is awesome. Okay, let's go get set up for playing some music. All right, we're all set up. Last but not least, our bank account.
Thanks for humoring me and supporting my dreams. Learn to fly, but I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Give me money.
Okay, well that wraps up our busking journey. Thanks so much for taking that with me. What I loved about everything was that it was lightweight, but rugged. The stands were awesome. I'm really stoked about the utility cart. That was my favorite thing. The stands, the iPad clamp, everything was great. That being said, one other piece of gear that I would recommend that you may have overlooked, an LED ring light tripod. If you need to make a nice EPK because you're trying to send marketing things out to get hired somewhere, this is a great piece that you should have. Your videos are gonna look a lot better than just like a dimly lit iPhone video or somebody taking a video of you from a crowd somewhere. It looks like you put some thought into it and it looks a lot more professional. And another great thing about this is if you don't wanna go out into the world busking, or let's say, hey, I live somewhere where there's not any area with high foot traffic. Have you ever heard of live streaming? You can use the internet to your advantage. I know some people may think, well, back in my day, I just had to write a rock and roll riff and then I had a private jet. Well, unfortunately, we are not living back in your day. We are on the internet now. So you can get with it or you can complain. And I would prefer that we all get with it because it's gonna be in your best interest. Anyway, if any of this gear piques your interest, make sure to use the links below. It really helps support the channel, and we love you more than the English language can convey. Hit me with any questions, comments, or concerns. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.